accountability.
But school is not a scam, because school at the long run now helps. Both of us are talking fluently and making sense because we went to school. We could as well have been speaking Igbo, speaking, would have well has been. Do you understand? Yes. So one way or another, education still comes back
to play. Yes.
But absolutely. Education has disappointed. School has disappointed you because you had high hopes. You wanted to work in a lawyer company.
Yeah, exactly.
You were thinking of being an engineer, working for the bank, working for the government, and when you came out, those things didn't happen.
Live forever.
Okay. Very good. Prophet, going forward,
yes, sir.
I will never meet with anybody or have meeting, come in contact with people or do anything without putting it on camera.
Okay.
Even if a prospect comes to see me to be on camera, a new member comes on camera, anywhere I'm going on camera, anything I'm doing, I'm going to be putting out content back to back. In fact, my page is going to become something like the life of a network marketer, or the life of a professional business person, or the life of a long business. My day-to-day activities, everything I'm going to be putting it there. You know why? Anything anybody is doing, use that thing and bring it to social media. So that as you are doing that thing, you are also building your social media with it. If you want to do any other thing, you are going to be living what is called a fake life. Do you understand? If you want to be doing any other thing, that one is now acting. And when you act, you are not in your best self. For you to put out daily content, you must now be videoing what you do naturally. And so you always have content. And that's why I call you for this meeting. So you get to. So my first meeting with you, everything we're doing here, is going all out there. What is the life of a professional? What is the life of a network marketer? What is the life of a language governor as a business person? Oh, they're going to be seeing. And then as people follow it, they are going to be now be learning one or two things every day. I come in contact with the customer, we talk. I prospect the customer. If the customer comes into the business, everybody will see how I prospected the customer.
Exactly.
If the customer says he's not interested, everybody will see it. If he comes into the business and buys product, that's it. If we begin to grow him, that's it. If they want to see the changes in his life, they will know the particular day he was prospected and brought into the business, and then how he has grown over a period of 6 to 7 months or 1 year.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And everything will begin to work out, and then we would have killed 2 stones with 1 bird.
Yeah, I actually thought of this over the weekend. I was thinking of it and I was telling myself that everything I do, if only I can just,
have somebody cover it.
My waking up, my sleeping, my daily activities, and cover these things. I'm sure that it will really go a long way. Yeah. I thought of it over the weekend and I was like, okay, so how will I go about it? How do I do it? Millions of ideas drop to us every day. But because we neglect those little minute things that sometimes we think it doesn't matter. You understand? Like just this thing now is an idea. Many people have had this idea. You wouldn't have believed that I had the same idea over the weekend. So the only thing now added to it now is have somebody cover it.
Action.
So I can
because
just
if you are on the
road,
road,
once I'm waking up, please cover me as I'm studying, cover me, just
anything we are saying, anything we are talking,
exactly.
anything we are doing, boom.
I think we can do something special. We can do something spectacular with this idea.
Our own. We may not do what they do, but people want to see, and the beautiful part of this thing. There are always people watching.
You wouldn't know. Amazingly, people care about all these things that you think doesn't matter. Yes.
As long as it's a discussion, people want to know the head of the thing. And guess what? When you are sleeping, some other people somewhere in another continent
are busy.
Awake, and they are also watching it. I posted a reel by 11 a.m. When I woke up by 6, over 300 people have seen it. So who was awake all through the night?
Those who are in the other side of
your social media platform is your office that is open 24 hours of the day, and customers are coming in. The worst part is there is no not the worst part. The most beautiful part is there's no customer that comes in that doesn't buy something. How? They don't need to come in to buy with money. Coming in is once they open your page and see one video, see two videos, you can't. So whether they like it or not, the moment they open your page, they have bought something, they are paying you, yes, and they have worked in it.
Exactly. There's no that I don't watch MC Bakara's work. I watch MC's videos.
Every day.
So we are basically contributing for them.
You don't even have to bring money. Just do your job. Let the social media platforms pay. And so anything you are doing, whether you are a mechanical, whether you are a whatever, take it to social media. And you out there, we're telling you the same thing. Take it to social media. Stop looking for urgent 2K.
Look for additional means of income.
Stop looking for urgent 2K.
These people didn't start overnight. They've been doing this same thing over and over and over and over and over and over every day, week in, week out. It was not paying initially. It was not paying initially, but today I explain them.
Week in, week out is because they didn't have any job now. You don't have anything. So every day you are at home, every day you are just moving around. There's nothing to do. You now decided to convert that your daily lifestyle and get other people to see it. And as people see it, you have now created job. Some people like Brain Jordan now, they now have people carrying cameras around, people they pay salary. From
that's job.
They now have a queue.
That's job creation.
Sabinus, they now have a queue. So somebody that came out of joblessness to create something is now employing 10 to 12.
Yes, that's an employer of labor.
It's incredible. Incredible. And if you are doing anything and you are not putting that thing up, you are not articulating it and putting it on social media, you are losing money. I don't care how much you are making from that thing. I don't care how much you are making. Because the essence of putting it on social media is that it will pay you till next year, to pay you till next 2 years.
It still counts. It counts. And the beauty part of it is these things, one video can drop to so many platforms. You know, you can put it there in your YouTube channel, you can put it at your Instagram, Twitter, Thread, and Facebook. So it's amazing how the world has actually transformed and changed. 10, 20 years ago, nobody was talking about this.
At all. This is a game changer.
Everybody was busy looking for school. No wonder they say school is a scam. It's going to make sense now.
No.
Because most of these millionaires we're talking about, billionaires we're talking about now, how many of them are doctorate degree holders? How many of them are professors?
Beautiful.
How many of them are intellectuals?
No, see,
yes.
School is a scam because school was not able to fulfill that purpose of providing job.
That creativity.
But school is not a scam because school at the long run now helps. Both of us are talking fluently and making sense because we went to school. We could as well have been speaking Igbo, speaking, would have well has been. Do you understand? Yes. So one way or another, education still comes back
to play. Yes.
But education has disappointed, school has disappointed you because you had high hopes. You wanted to work in oil company.
Yeah, exactly.
You were thinking of being an engineer, working for the bank, working for the government. And when you came out, those things didn't happen.
Do you know this morning, I woke up in the morning and I was thinking on how to come to work. I hadn't a dime. With me. I have not been to work for 3-4 days now. I've not been consistent because I told you. After my car broke down and I'm doing everything to fix the car. We fixed the engine, it got down, we bought the new engine and fixed the car. And then got down to the gearbox. The compression of the engine is now far stronger, 90% stronger than that of the gearbox. So the gearbox is a big Sienna, 2005 model. So the Sienna is down. And then I now need to buy, what do they call it? I need to buy another gearbox or fix the gearbox.
Okay.
So while I've been waiting to fix the gearbox.
Hold on.
Okay, so like I was saying, after fixing the engine, I discovered that I now need to fix the gearbox because the compression of the engine is far bigger than that of the gearbox. So unfortunately, the guy that's supposed to fit the gearbox is supposed to come from all the way from Abia State. He's been very sick. So I had to keep calling to show him care and also to find out how he's doing. So it's not just about coming to work for me. It's about his well-being. I told him to take his time and get to work. But the bottom line is, I woke up this morning, no 1 naira in my pocket, no 1 naira in the account. My younger sister, last one that we were living together, favor said to me, said, "What are we eating today?" I said, "Heaven will provide." "You don't have money in your account?" She said, "Yes." She said she called her elder sister yesterday and told her that hunger will kill her in this house. So that since yesterday we have been praying and I've been saying God will provide. And I've not come up with anything. No food throughout yesterday. That my younger sister, my immediate younger sister, laughed and laughed and laughed. I thought she was joking. That her brother can never be stranded. That I've never been stranded. I will always find my way out.
Definitely.
So the moment she said that, it struck my mind. Find your way out. And I said to myself this morning when I woke up, I said, but it's true. I've never been stranded. At every junction of my life, something
must happen.
I say no. Today, there must be food in this house. So she woke up and said she's very hungry. So I said, let me go through my morning rituals. I opened my books, my Bible, to start studying, to have at least 1 hour study of my Bible. Guess what? She came to me and said, do you know that all these messages I saw in all these different books that you have written, messages, topic, this, do you know you can put this thing on LinkedIn?
On LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn.
Definitely.
As messages.
Yes.
That many people will start calling and say, let's write the book for you. We'll love your topics. We'll love all the topics. We'll love how you treated them. We'll love your write-up. I know I have a daily devotional that I've written for more than 7-8 years in one very big book.
Wow.
In fact, she said, put this thing on LinkedIn. People will call you to write a book for you. And before you know, she started giving me instances and all that, and started saying, most of these messages can be put on podcast. I told her,
podcast.
I said, what is podcast? I was hearing it for the first time. You learn every day.
I was about to tell you about podcast. I'm something that happened recently.
I'm trying to share my view with you today, what I learned. So she said, I can put this thing for you in a podcast. I said, what is podcast? She said, I don't know what is podcast. I said, where do I know? I don't know. Nobody told me. He said, podcast. Okay, just like you do voice in WhatsApp, yes, and you send to people.
Yes.
There's an app called podcast. You just do the voice.
Pre-record. That's all.
You just pre-record, and then, but you need to pay the platform,
yes,
to send it.
Yes.
And you keep going. Before you know, you're building something. I said to her, really? She said, yes. And we'll build something. She said, yes. So I said to her, I said, Kai. I said, there's a whole lot in this life. And nobody knew that the world would turn like this.
Yes.
She said, but
and
that's
it's getting faster.
And she said,
new things are coming up.
She said, that's why you need to catch up. Bro, let's put all these things for you on LinkedIn. And I said to her, I know I have a LinkedIn account, but I cannot remember. You know, the last time you opened my LinkedIn account here?
Yes.
I said, I cannot remember the password or anything, but I know I have a LinkedIn account open since 2011 or 12, many years ago. But guess what? After we finished talking that thing, creativity has started. So I started thinking, I said, but we have not eaten. We know that we can raise money, but presently now the stomach is, hungry.
The stomach has to be fed for the brain to continue.
And something said to me, find a way and go to the office. So I called a few friends to send me money. Nobody could send me anything. I told myself I would go to the office, so I had to dress. I dressed up, bathed and everything. She said, where are you going to? So I said, I'm going to the office. Say, do you have transport money? I said, I don't have, but let me go outside. I know that somehow we'll go. So I got to the gate. I stood there for hours. Nothing happened. Then a voice said to me, go and check all the scrap from your car that you have been fixing for 2, 3, 4 months now that you've gathered. Pack all of them, bundle them, put them in the car, and go and set them off.
Go to the mechanic and see what they can take.
No, not that one. All those scraps like brake pad.
Yes, as in gather them and go where?
Yes, at the scrap sellers. So I went back to the oil house. I told her, open the store, bring the key. She brought the key, we opened the store. And we went inside. I started selecting those scraps. The ones that are good, I still kept them that I can still use. All the ones that I've gathered there for over a period of time, I gathered them. I said, these things you are seeing here can fetch us at least 5,000 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, depending. With the steering rack. There's a steering rack that I changed recently that just leaked a bit that can work, but I decided to change it. That time I was having money, so I changed it. So we packed all those things and we came out. Just standing by the door, they're waiting for boss to bring them to New Market here. No worry. To fix it, to sell it off. I saw this outside boys pushing Abakar. I called them. I said, come and see whether you can buy this thing. At the end of the day, guess what? We sold that thing for 9,000 naira.
9,000 naira.
Scrap, just few scrap. Listen, I'm telling you, scrap that cannot full back back. You know back back?
Yes.
And then the steering rack that is a bit long, 9,000. I told him 15. So they're dragging. They were speaking outside, not knowing I hear outside. The other one was telling him, we have been toiling all day for 1 week now, 2 weeks. We have not even gotten one scrap to sell. This one that you have seen, pay this guy, let's carry this thing. I'm sure that we will sell it, we will get something, even if we get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. But Allah will be happy that at least we're able to get goods today. That they have not been getting goods for some time, that things have been done, and they're already tired. So you now said, please, I should, instead of the 10,000, I should give them 1,000. So that even if they don't make anything, that will let 1,000 be their gain. I consider them. You know, if God consider you,
you need to consider somebody else.
So I gave it to them for 9,000. My sister was standing there to know the magic I would do to enter bus without transport money. And I told her, have you seen it? She said, yes. I counted 8,000, gave her, took 1,000 naira, and I entered the bus. And I started coming to the office. I was so happy in my mind. I was like, God.
It goes back to selling.
Yes. I said, God, who knows and the power of selling to bargain?
The power of selling.
To get that level of money for something for scrap that is not up to back to back. Just what is there is just what do you call it? Brake pad, shaft, 4 shafts. Because I've changed shaft like 2 times during the rainy season. You know, the peak of the rainy season from April to now. We keep changing shaft because of the area of the place I was living. Yeah, then. And then the brake pad and the hub. That's all.
Wow. Incredible. So it goes back to the power of selling.
Yes.
Anybody that knows how to sell can never be stranded.
So we eventually...
You must have something. Once you lay your hands on something that you can sell, you sell it and convert it to money. We've talked about the power of selling. We've talked about so much. We've talked about opportunities. And now we are talking about the power of the internet. I think I'm going to do a special on that, on the power of the internet.
Yes, tell me about the podcast you wanted to talk about. So,
okay, the podcast... actually, there's a young man that left here in 2019.
Yes.
He's an Igbo boy. He used to be a musician, but his music never trended, not once, right? So somehow he got the contact to come and, entertain in US. So when he got there, the lady that brought him in and put him together, the lady said, my daughter is coming, my daughter is coming, my daughter is coming. Immediately the daughter came, and this guy set his eyes on the daughter. He told the daughter, you are my wife. The girl said, the girl is an American, pure American, white, What are you talking about? Where is Nigeria? Where is Africa? The guy said that, you are my wife. After saying all those things, spent 2 days, talking with her, laughing, mixing up with everybody. Mm-hmm. After like 3 days to 5 days, he came back to Nigeria. And then the lady was now thinking about it. Then she woke up like a month, 2 months later to tell the mother that she's in love with that guy that went back to Nigeria. And so he calls the guy and tells the guy, I'm in love with you, and he said, no, not love, I want to marry you. He said, I'm ready for marriage. I heard this guy packed his things again. The second time I went back to US and now got married to this lady. So they got married towards the end of 2019. They entered COVID-19. Musician, this guy said, as all through my stay in Nigeria, if I see 50,000 views, what is 50,000 views? Who will cash you 50,000 views? Do you understand? But marrying the girl is a jovial person. The girl likes eating. The girl likes laughing. The girl he likes entertainment. He doesn't come from that side. He came from business, music, So, but he had no option than to, do everything to love the wife. And the long and short of it, between 2020 and now, they never even knew nothing. They knew nothing like YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah.
He was getting little clips with the wife, posting it on Twitter. And somebody called him and said, listen, you are posting, we love what you are doing, but take it to TikTok. TikTok, YouTube. That's where you're going to make money from it. They said, what is TikTok? Him and the wife. Long and short of it, from 2020 till today, they have done 3 billion views.
3 billion
views.
This is serious.
The guy is a multi-millionaire in dollars now for the wife. For you to bring for you to call him now to come and sit down like this in an interview where you can just talk with him, you're going to pay over $10,000.
Incredible.
With protocols, with different protocols. Incredible. Wow. The person that brought him, Teju Babyface.
Yes.
Teju Babyface brought him on a show just a few days ago. That's when Teju Babyface was telling us, this guy is a global figure. If they tell you the processes you need to pass through just to get to see him and talk to him and for him to sit down here, you will be angry and frustrated. But I had to go through that protocol. And the guy apologized to him. He said, I'm sorry that you have to pass through all that.
But that's actually placing value on
I
yourself.
also respect you for going through that process. And so many people get angry and they don't go through with it. But then the essence of that protocol is to show you the value that we have created over the years, from 2020 till now. The value we have created. This is US. You must pay your tax. For every income earned, you must pay your tax. And because of the high cost of living, everything we do must translate to money, and we must pay our tax. So we don't even handle money. It's our management, our accountant, they're the ones that handle everything we want to just get. Do you understand? So for me to come out here and come sit down, you have to pass through a whole lot of protocols, a whole lot of management, pay all the fees, pay everything. Government will get their funds, everything. Then mine is, they just tell me, I'm ready to go, I'll come and sit down and then we can talk.
Jesus.
And then you know, Babyface, you are going to make all that money back from this discussion we have had, and more.
As simple.
And more.
As simple as that.
So Babyface has put it on YouTube, explosion everywhere. In fact, he decided not to even put the whole video. He has split it into almost 6 parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3.
That's
he says, if you want to see the whole video, then you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Pay. Otherwise, don't worry, wait, watch it free. I'll be posting it in clips. By the time you watch it in 6, 7, 8 parts, you would have contributed views that will pay me back that money within those 8 parts. Incredible.
Creativity.
Incredible. And that's where the guy was not asking him, if you were in Nigeria, in fact, let's take you back to Nigeria, would you have ever thought that you will be where you are today? Do you know what is, we're not talking about 1 billion views, we're not talking about 1 billion views on YouTube. 2 billion. The guy said he never thought in his wildest life, in his wildest dreams, he never thought at all. In fact, America humbled me. This is where I realized that you cannot dodge NEPA bill, you cannot dodge anything. Everything must, once you miss one thing, man, you are a criminal. Everything has to be paid on time. That's why I don't even handle money. I don't even handle those things. There are accountants, there are people that are paid so much money to make sure that you don't miss any payment, anything.
Incredible. We have so much privilege here in our country. Virtually everything is free. You talk is free. You send is free. You do everything free. You drive is free. They drive you free. You park free.
When you are in Nigeria, you don't know what you are benefiting. But at the same time, Nigeria can be better.
Let's talk about our
The guy said, if I had not left Nigeria, these things I talk and everybody is laughing and following me. I was still like this when I was in Nigeria. I was still like this, still talking. But it made no difference.
Just like we are still here in this country, very
Yes.
soon we will leave too.
Once you cross the borders, everything begins to. You understand?
Of course,
People start to take you seriously.
because professionalism and standard is the order of the day. We need to understand that for you to be who God has destined you to be, standardize your life. That's what it simply means. For carelessness, for everything that people do the way they just do it, decide to be different. Do things different. Just like you have decided now that everything we'll be doing now must be standard.
You must put, this country is so bastardized that there is no process to anything, and everybody has learned it. Everybody has grown up with it. So everything, you look for shortcut to everything. Everything,
Exactly.
you just find a way to do it anyhow. When you go to civilized countries, you will realize that everything has a process. Everything has a process. There's this guy that left Nigeria, went to UK. He's working a job. A girl used to compliment him. That he's looking beautiful, he's looking this, he's looking that. He used to compliment him. One day the girl was dressed very beautiful. He went to the girl's ear and whispered to the girl that you are looking beautiful, what you dressed today. He was summoned to a disciplinary court for harassment.
Just because he told the girl in her
Went and whispered to the girl in her ears, today you are looking, today I used to look beautiful every day, today you are looking very, very sweet. The girl went and reported. And the white people were asking, how can a human being go to close to somebody's ear to say something? And when does that happen? They didn't understand it. Which is a normal thing we do in Africa.
Incredible. So eventually was able to free himself from that.
He was just telling them that this is just a gesture. There's nothing at all, nothing. And that this girl has been complimenting him.
But did the girl agree that yes, that was exactly the words he said to her?
Yes.
Then simple. It's
Yes.
as simple as that.
No, but it was a girl that actually
And because she didn't understand, she
filed for harassment.
felt he wanted harassing her because they also are not used to that kind of lifestyle.
That's
In their country, everybody minds is your
the guy
mind your
was
business.
talking. The guy was saying it. He said, "Can you have a relationship with people? Our jokes are not their jokes. When you make our own type of joke, that is everybody is laughing. they will ask, they will tell you they don't understand. So what is there to laugh? What you said, how does
Are
it
you
make
mocking
sense?
me? Are you this?
How does it make it? But their own type of joke, have you ever seen white people joke? Were you laughing? Their own type of joke is stupid to us. So their lifestyle, their thinking, you need a lot of blend. That's why when you begin to, unless you just love the person and then you connect with the person wants to be African. The person wants to understand how Africans do. That's when the person will begin to understand you. Ordinarily, the person will not. Ordinarily. And there are lots of white people now that have connected with Africans, with Nigerians, with Ghanaians. So they are gradually understanding the African nature. Otherwise, they will just be thinking we are monkeys, we live on trees. But gradually, they are realizing, no, we are also human beings with mental capacity. Right?
Yes.
So that's it for today. That's all we are bringing to you today. Stay tuned. You are going to be getting more and more and more.
We'll be looking at life issues, and really talk about a whole lot and how to get you better, And please, if you have questions for the Long Beach governor, is a man that is versatile, that his knowledge is top notch. I want you to ask, drop questions and all that, even on leadership.
You can share this video. You can tag somebody.
Exactly.
Do whatever something. You need to do. If you have learned something and you think another person can learn, send it. Send it, okay?
Exactly, yeah.
So It's still about Long Beach, right? It's still about everything centers on what we are doing, how we are taking Long Beach to impact the lives of people. And so we say Long Beach, better life, better future. Share. Booyaka, guys. Booyaka. Did you enjoy the Long Beach Governors online game? Listen, we are building a community of 1 million users of the Long Beach Governors. 1 million users of the Long Beach Governors. If you join our community, you are going to be generating income week in, week out. Week in, week out, you are going to be generating income, guys. Listen, linear income will pay you for a short period of time, but residual income will pay you forever. If you understand the power of residual income, you will create a world together. Okay? So